The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video. And this is something that kind of irritates me when it comes to a lot of small businesses, because a lot of people that be in charge of it, they feel as though they do not have to check their emails when it comes to the customers contacting them about their stuff. Yes, the fuck you do. I don't care if I have somebody else in charge of my emails. I'm still gonna sit there and look at that thing. Hey y'all, it's Harriana and I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana. Welcome back to the pirate ship, also known as Harry Hook's pirate ship. I am the captain. You are not my first mate, and I'm not the first mate because you want to know why. Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. No one's worthy of being the first mate. But hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana, and I like to make content based on nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. Today is going to be a video where half of it is going to be about one thing and then the other half is going to be about another, but it's all about the subject of Black-owned businesses, specifically small Black-owned businesses, because I have some words to say. I got some opinions, and this video was heavily inspired by a video I recently watched by Robert Topol. I always mispronounce his name. I do apologize, because he recently made a video talking about the scams. I will have the link to that down below, but also Lisa Ferrell. I'm so bad with her last name. I'm gonna get it right eventually. She recently had posted a video talking about small business stuff, and these is some things that I just been wanting to talk about, because there has been one situation that happened recently with an anime themed lingerie company, and then there's also everything going on with those damn veneer tags. I have so much shit to say, but before we get started, I'm not gonna do any self-promo mainly because of what this video is gonna be about, but I just want to show you guys my cosplay. Can you guys guess her? Guess her. Guess the cosplay. I low-key don't even want to tell y'all, but let's just say it had a really shitty dub that came on 4Kids. So yeah, that's the hint that I'll give you. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to cosplay for her for like ever, and then I finally had the right hair color to do her, and yeah, oh my god, this is like my favorite piece of the cosplay. But yeah, let's go ahead and begin. Today we're going to be talking about the subject of small businesses, Black-owned businesses, and before I go any further, I just want to make it known that I in fact do have a small business. And I don't want this to feel like I'm being hypocritical, because I have my own business and I'm talking about other problems and things like that that go on within like the small business community. I just want to be extremely upfront about the fact that yes, I do own a business. It's a pop culture themed business. It's an anime nerdy type business, all that shit. I sell products inspired by things that I like and pop culture and all of that, including bonnets, durags, bedazzled t-shirts, lip glosses, all of that cute stuff. And I will be the first person to tell you that I am not perfect. There have been times where I have messed things up, okay? There is a story that I'm going to tell you guys about a mess up that I had with 2 orders of mine, but there have been times where I have accidentally sent the wrong thing to the wrong address. There have been times where I have mailed things out to people and their products ended up being broken when they got them because I didn't pack everything securely as possible. There have been times where I've taken things to the UPS store and it just sat there, so I had to go back and mail out another one. Like, there's a lot of fuck ups and mess-ups that happen here, but there's one situation in particular that I really do want to highlight where I made like a big mistake on my end. And when I say like a big mistake, it wasn't like a grand mistake, it was just like a major fuck up on my end. I had these 2 Monster High themed bonnets for my shop. One was a Claudine bonnet and then one was a Draculaura bonnet, and one customer had bought a Claudine bonnet, the other one bought a Draculaura bonnet, and with my mistake when I was taking care of everything and putting everything together, I accidentally swapped the 2 bonnets. I gave the customer who ordered the Claudine bonnet the Draculaura bonnet, and I gave the customer who ordered the Draculaura bonnet a Claudine bonnet. It was a big fuck up on my end. I ended up getting an email a few days later after everything was delivered to them in the mail. They were like, "Hey Harry, there was a problem with my order. I ordered a Claudine bun and I got a Draculaura." And I was like, "Ooh, my bad. I apologize." I apologized to them in a timely manner because I usually do check my business email like every day just in case there are problems with my customers' orders and whatnot. But I went back, I took care of it. I sent them another one free of charge because that's just what you do. There have been times where I have had to refund people because I have accidentally sent them the wrong thing. Things happen, slip-ups happen, but that's just something that comes along with running a business. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I am perfect with mine. I am very upfront about my slip-ups and my fuck-ups when it comes to my business, especially to everything that happened with the Shigo set. I made sure I had a lot of communication with everyone who ordered one because there was so much mess that happened with that. They took longer for me to get made than expected, and then there was a big problem that had to do with the rhinestones that were put on the tracksuits, and I ended up having to do them all myself, like the rhinestones myself. It was very stressful, but everything did work out in the end and I made sure everybody got their stuff. Now let's go in with this anime themed lingerie business. I'm not gonna sit here and say the name of the business, but I'm pretty sure if you're familiar with like the black anime community or just the black nerd community in general, you may have an idea of what I'm talking about right now. The main reason I don't want to say the name of this business or the former owner, we're gonna get into that, is because I do have sympathy for a black woman who runs a business. I have so much sympathy for black women who are business owners. It is stressful. It's like everyone's just sitting here waiting for you to fuck up. I get that. I understand that. That's why I'm giving her some grace and trying to give her the benefit of the doubt here. But what happened with her business just like started a lot of drama, I'd say, within this community. And I just have some like thoughts and opinions about that right there. First of all, the black nerd community has its own set of problems. If you guys have watched my video about me getting kicked out of the waifu house, which I will have linked down below, you can kind of have an idea of what I was talking about. But long story short, there was this anime themed lingerie brand, black owned of course, and everything started off well in the beginning, but I'd say around the end of 2023 and up until right now in 2024, we have been seeing lots and lots of complaints from the community. And what I have down in my notes and what I said about it, what exactly happened. There was a popular anime themed lingerie brand that had been in hot water for not answering emails and shipping out orders. That is the major problem. Many people were getting on social media talking about, "Hi, I have not received my order." Woo. Now I put down exactly why is this a problem. So one, the major reason why it's a problem is because people have been ordering products from this brand and have not received their products ordered from over a year ago. So that was the major issue, where people were ordering things and they weren't upfront about the turnaround time for when they should expect their products. Usually when I know something is going to take me a little while to get it shipped out, I make sure I put up front, "Hey, thank you for ordering. This is not going to be able to come to you and it's about 4 weeks." I recently did that with my Juneteenth restock when I restocked numerous bonnets from my website that a lot of people were contacting me about, "Hey, when are you going to add this back?" And I threw it back on the website. But I made sure I was extremely upfront about it, talking about, "Hey, it's going to take probably the end of July before I get this shipped out to you." And usually when they order it, they agree to that because it's right there, and so on and so forth. Communication is key. That is something that I am going to bring up again in this, but oh my gosh. Now, as I mentioned that people were waiting over a year to get their fucking products, this isn't the only brand, like black owned anime themed business type thing, that had this problem where people were waiting over a year to receive their products. But there was also something else with this situation that I noticed was a major issue, and I noticed that it is a big problem, not with just the black owned small business community. It is a problem within the small business community in general, and that is communication. Because I have had issues before with other small businesses, not specifically ones that are black owned, where I emailed them about my order and I heard absolutely nothing back. I heard nothing back whatsoever. That was the major problem with this anime thing lingerie brand, is that people were basically emailing the company like, hey, this is what's going on with my order. I ordered this a while ago. What's going on? I just want to get like some clarity and some information. They were not getting any type of responses back. And I always try to respond to my customers within like a day, because this is people's money that we're dealing with. I always try to make sure I respond to the people that do order from me, because like I said, that is their money they're dealing with, and they put that trust in you to buy from you. And therefore, I think they do need an explanation on what's going on with their order, what's going on with the things that they bought. But that is a major thing that I have noticed, because there was another like anime themed small business that I have ordered from. I ordered like a jacket. I didn't order any shorts. They're like most well known for their shorts especially, but I did order some things from them, and I emailed them like probably like a month after ordering, didn't hear anything back, and then I finally received my order 2 months after I sent that email, and I was just like, communication, please. Communication is important. I was happy to receive my order, but also at the same time, I'm like, a little okay would have been there, a little answer would have been there just as well. And I get it. Running a business is not easy. And I wrote some things down about what I noticed with this anime themed lingerie business, and I just want to sit here and express some of my feelings about it. The first one that I have listed, I only have like 3 major things. The first one that I have listed is running a business is not easy. When we sit down and you see all these girl boss seminars and this and that and the third, you get on YouTube and you look up how to start a business, yada yada yada, it seems like sunshine and rainbows. It's like, ooh, I'm basically gonna be my own boss. I have nobody telling me what to do. I need to get this stuff. But then when people actually sit down and do the work and realize what they have to do in order to run a business, they realize it is much more emotionally, physically, and mentally taxing than they intended. That is part of the reason why y'all don't be seeing me that much on my YouTube channel that much as you used to. I'm trying to get back to it, but I have just been dedicating so much more time to running my business, because one, my business has gotten bigger since I've started it. It's gotten much bigger. And 2, it's just, I want to continue to do better with my business, so I have to spend more time when it comes to products and what's the other one, promotion and all of that jazz. I spend so much more time on my business now than I did when I first started it, okay? And was I expecting this? Yes, because I'm so used to basically doing things on my own and freelancing and whatnot. But when people actually sit and they get into this, they look at everything they need to do, they realize it's much more than just creating, posting something online, someone buying it, and then they ship it out to them. No, you gotta sit here and think about art. You gotta sit here and think about graphic design. You gotta sit here and get a fucking website. And then also, by the way, you gotta pay to have a website. You gotta pay monthly fees in order to have a freaking website. I do not recommend running a shop through fucking Etsy. That is something that I don't recommend, okay? I'd rather you do your site through Big Cartel before you do freaking Etsy at this point. And then people don't seem to realize also, when you get a lot of orders, it is going to take some time dealing with all of them. There are certain days where you just see me just sitting in my office and I'm just literally fulfilling orders the entire day. I will probably get like 30 orders. And just because I got 30 orders does not mean that I'm just dealing with 30 products. There are people that buy numerous different things, and I got to make sure everyone has the correct stuff, dealing with this and that and the third. I got to make sure I go to the post office and making sure they're actually shipping out my customer stuff, because there's one particular post office that I don't go to anymore because they left my customer stuff sitting in there for 2 weeks. So I have to go to another one that is further away from me to make sure they're getting everything. Next, a lot of the vendors that we have to talk to are very much overseas, and when it comes to things being overseas, time zone differences. Time zone differences is a big deal. That's part of the reason why I don't be going to bed until like 5 o'clock in the morning, because I'm busy talking with my vendor about current inventory and new inventory that is to come in the future. People don't seem to realize how much time and energy it goes into running your own business. On top of the fact that a lot of people who do run their own businesses, they have other jobs. Like, I have my small business, but also I have YouTube, and then I have something else that I do on the side for work. I'll tell you this now, most small business owners only do not do their business. They do numerous other things, and then they have their business right there. I thought people was tripping when they said that most small businesses, I think the statistic was like 90-something% of small business that start up in 1 year, they end up failing. They end up going out of business within 1 year. And at first I didn't believe it. I thought they was bluffing. But once I actually sat there and started my business, I was like, ooh, I can see why a lot of people don't last long here. I can see why a lot of people don't last with this, because the owner of this anime themed lingerie business, she is no longer the owner of it. It has different ownership now, which I found extremely interesting because I'm pretty sure she's the one who started this brand. I don't know, but I just thought that was really interesting that she ended up selling it to someone, I think. I don't know. I'm just thinking, y'all. And another thing that comes to running a business and it not being easy, you have to market yourself so much. Like I said, people think it's you simply posting a product online and people are buying it. No, you have to take marketing into consideration. You have to make online videos. You have to make freaking commercials and everything like that. You have to make infomercials even to a certain extent. There's so much that has to go into just not having the product made, but also promoting said product. Two, this was another problem that I had noticed. I don't even want to sit here and say it was a problem, but this was another thing that I noticed when it came to this brand, is because they were talking about how they were selling out so much of their inventory. They had so much stuff and it was getting sent out and yada yada yada. Like, long story short, they was getting a lot more orders than I was getting, okay? They was getting way more orders than me. But then I look on the other side of it, and with them getting so many orders, I see that so many people were not getting the things that they need. And I'm gonna sit here and say this is the note I have: sometimes less inventory is better. I'm sorry, your small businesses are small for a reason. There are probably only like 10 of y'all maximum working there or working on this entire brand, okay? Usually when it comes to small businesses, it's usually like 5 people maximum, 10 people at most at times, sometimes 20 if you get lucky. But a lot of times with small businesses, it's low-key a one-man band. I wouldn't even say it's a one-man band, because oftentimes people will get their family and friends to come in and help them. I get my family and friends to help me with my business. But when it comes to me actually mailing everything out, it's just me. My dad helps me go to the post office at time. My sister helps me take care of orders numerous times. Like, both of my immediate family are very, very helpful and supportive when it comes to my business, because they know that I can't do it all on my own. But seeing how much I am able to handle with it just being that much stock that I keep, I'm like, there are people who are selling out hundreds, like selling out hundreds of things that they have in their shop. And they are not able to get everyone their stuff sent out because they just have too many orders to fulfill. I remember this was something that I noticed that happened with the Moon Cosmetics situation. If you guys don't know who Moon Cosmetics is, Moon Cosmetics, owned by this girl named like Par Moon or whatever. That situation pissed me off so bad. But basically, she ended up having a brand that ended up making $1 billion in 8 minutes. That is like the big thing everyone remembers it for. I remember the Shade Room posted on it or whatever. And a lot of people were talking about how they were not receiving their products, and I was like, oh, y'all want to know why y'all weren't receiving y'all products? Because she literally was putting all this stuff in stock on the website, saying that, oh, I have, let's say, 300 in stock of this one item. But let's say that she did not have enough stuff to make 300 of that said item. Nor did she, like, you know, have the energy to sit there and make 300 worth of that item. Y'all get what I'm saying. But she literally put stuff on the website saying that she had it in stock. And basically when it was time to send it out, she got extremely overwhelmed and it never got shipped. This is why I say y'all really need to be okay with limiting your inventory. I know we want to sit here and make money. I know we want to sit here and make that bag. But also, you have to remember how many people you are. You are only one person. There is so much that you can do. Like I said, when it came to them damn Nanami bonnets, I'm going to be completely transparent here. I had a feeling that Nanami bonnet was going to sell a lot when it came to, like, you know, the time of year I put that thing out, because it was right after that scene when he yanked Haruka's hair. It was right after that, and everybody was simping over freaking Nanami. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put this Nanami bonnet up here. I saw nobody else made a Nanami bonnet, and I just simply requested that my vendor make me 30. That's all I asked. I was like, hey, could you guys make me 30 of these? And they were like, yeah, sure, we can do that for you. And I said 30 because I knew that one was probably going to sell a lot. But mind you, I had numerous other bonnets in stock that I had selling too just as well. My best-selling Ladybug and Cat Noir bonnets. I had some other new bonnets too that I added just as well, like my Ami and Yumi bonnets. I already knew that I had to take care of all those other things that weekend, but I knew especially that this Nanami one was going to sell because of how popular he had gotten. So I basically only said, hey, 30. It sold out so fast. And then after I dealt with those 30, I basically put the thing back on the website and I was like, okay, it's back for sale again because I know I can handle taking care of all this at this time. Like, you gotta think, y'all, about what you know you can and cannot handle. That's just another sad thing that I just noticed when it comes to small businesses, is that they just want to make so much money, but they don't sit there and think about their overall well-being when it comes to actually having to deal with it. Because I have limited stock when it comes to the bedazzled shirts that I do, because it's so fucking hot taking care of those shirts. My heating press, all the gluing, all of that shit, it is so draining. That's why I have a limited stock on my website when it comes to the bedazzled shirts, because I just know how much I can handle with those things. And the last thing that has to do with all this that I noticed was a major problem has to be communication is key. This is something, like I said, it's not just a black owned business problem that I noticed. It's just a small business problem in general, where a lot of people just lack communication. Because it wasn't with just this anime business, the lingerie one. It was another anime business that I ended up finding out about, where this guy had somebody else running his customer service. Turns out the person that was in charge of the customer service wasn't checking it, nor was he, even though this was his business and he was the owner. And this is something that kind of irritates me when it comes to a lot of small businesses, because a lot of people that be in charge of it, they feel as though they do not have to check their emails when it comes to the customers contacting them about their stuff. Yes, the fuck you do. I don't care if I have somebody else in charge of my emails. I'm still gonna sit there and look at that thing because, hey, they might have overlooked something. Hey, something might have went to spam and they might have known it. You gotta be extra careful. But that is just a big ass thing that I've noticed, is that a lot of the people struggle with communication. I understand not wanting to sit here and talk about orders through the DMs. I get it, it's messy, so much shit can get lost in there. I completely understand it. But I'm just like, the email is right there. It is not that hard to deal with. Come on, y'all. We got to start using our communication skills. Do I get nervous as fuck when people send me an email about their order? Yes, but also that's just a part of the job. By the way, I have not checked my email today. Let me check. Okay, we're good. Mainly, I got a little nervous about that because there was a situation where I bailed out some sunglasses to a customer. I'm pretty sure it was the Gojo sunglasses that I have on my website. And they told me that they ended up getting broken and I had issued them a refund. I was just seeing that they contacted me back about that, but we're good. But I'm just saying, y'all, one thing I have noticed, just when it comes to businesses in general, because even the situation that happened with the Waifu House, and I was talking about how difficult it was to contact the owner of that brand, I literally had to go through somebody else to be able to contact her, and even then that wasn't even me getting like a guaranteed answer. Ooh, I try not to get mad about that situation, but it still has me very, very pissed off. Y'all can tell by the way I'm acting. A lot of y'all gotta learn how to talk to people better. This is just an ongoing thing that I've noticed. I noticed this when I am in the artist alley, and I noticed that a lot of the people are very rude to the customers, and then they be confused as fuck as why nobody want to buy nothing from their table. And I'm like, well, maybe if you was a little nicer to the people in here, maybe more people will buy from you. And it don't even really mean them. Sometimes it be the people that be over there helping them that be rude to the customers too, just as well. But I understand, like, running a business is tiring. It is draining. I get that. I understand that. But hey, we gotta work on our people skills and our communication skills. Okay. That's part of the reason why I took on like running a small business, because people always told me, they're like, oh, you're good. You know how to smile and all that shit. You'll be fine. I don't know why I'm thinking about that damn salesman from SpongeBob where he was like, what's it to you? I'm like, yeah, your tone is the reason why people don't want to deal with you, man. But that's pretty much all I got to say about that situation right there. Now let's go on and move on to the next black small business debacle. And this is more so of me talking about my personal feelings about why this has spiraled out of control. More so because so many people have already tackled this subject. Alright, we are back from our little break, and we are here to talk about the current thing going on in the small black business sphere community, and that has to do with veneer tax. What exactly are veneers? They're basically like dentures, if you ask me. And there are two things that I wrote down in my notes that I want to read word for word, because everything that has to do with this situation right here comes back to these 2 points. Okay, I said this before we get started. This is all I'm gonna say. Just how we as a society are weird about weight loss, Ozempic, we as a society are also very weird when it comes to air quote perfect teeth. And then also I said, because that is the root of the problem right there. There are so many things that go on within like the small black business community that have to do with people being like, you know, unprofessional but also very unlicensed. Because I hear so many things about unlicensed cosmetologists having to do with hair stylists and nail techs especially. I remember there was a situation of a girl talking about how her fingers were literally infected, and she found out that the girl who did her nails, she was not certified, and a lot of the equipment that she used on her was very much dirty and contaminated. Gross, right? But the current thing that has been going on within like the black business community that I've noticed has to be these, like, okay, it's always been a thing where people have just started selling courses for making money, but people have started selling these courses on teaching people how to do veneers. Yes, they are selling like these overpriced ass courses teaching people how to do veneers. People are claiming that they are licensed now after they take a course. They start up this fake dentistry, and they are literally charging people a pretty ass penny to get their teeth done. Yeah. Mind you, when I said that they're charging people a pretty penny to get their teeth done, it's still significantly cheaper than like actual like dental care that we get, because dental care isn't cheap. It is actually a blessing to be able to go to the dentist. That is just something that I have learned. And currently, I don't know if you guys know, but you have to go to college in order to be a dentist. Like, you have to go to college to do anything that has to do with teeth. I'm not sure if like every little last thing that has to do with teeth you have to go to college, but Pookie, if you're going to be like drilling and shit like that in people's teeth, you gotta go to college. I'm sorry, you gotta go to university. And I feel like part of this debacle for why we have this rise in these veneer techs has to do with the fact that social media is on a very anti-intellectualism rise right now. Like, a lot of people are very much like, oh, you don't gotta go to college, you can just teach yourself how to do lashes on YouTube and then open up your own thing, and then the money will come in like that. And I'm like, ooh, that is so dangerous. That is so dangerous. But as I mentioned, anti-intellectualism was on the rise, and we can literally blame our damn government for that shit. Okay, everything we can blame, it can all go back to the government. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. But ooh, it's not even just that. But I remember it was like a few years ago on YouTube, not even a few years ago, it was like the late 2010s. So many YouTubers were getting on social media just pushing this narrative: you don't need college to be successful, you don't have to do this and that and the third. I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous, but there are numerous jobs in this world that you need to go to school for. I'm sorry, I'm not going to a dentist that learned how to drill in people's teeth on YouTube, or taking a course from somebody that is very much not licensed. Like, do y'all not see the problem here? Do y'all not get it? Do I think that schooling after high school should be more affordable? Absolutely fucking yes, but this is not the way to go about it. Like, there are numerous things that we can sit here and talk about how college needs to be more affordable. We can talk about student loans and all of that jazz, but I'm not gonna sit here and act as if the world can function without people going to school. I'm sorry, it's just not realistic. It's absolutely not realistic. And I noticed that with a lot of this hustle culture and a lot of this girl boss culture, I've just noticed that they keep trying to push this narrative that you could be successful without having to go to school, which is absolutely true. But you cannot be successful if you don't have training in certain things. You don't need to go to school to have training, but you do have to go through certain programs and whatnot. But also, just to keep it a buck, there are just certain jobs in this world that you cannot be successful at or get all that better if you don't go to school. It's just the fucking truth. I'm sorry. Like, somebody had said something about how reading and writing was forced upon us, and I was like, you literally cannot function if you don't know how to read or write. That's why it scares me when I found out so many people don't read above like a 6th grade reading level. I was like, huh? The fuck? Now, moving forward, talking about like just the rise of anti-intellectualism and hustle culture and all that shit, this is something that is a little bit more personal, because people are like, why are people going to these veneer techs? Like, why are these people going to these veneer techs to get their teeth done? Okay, Pookie, we need to sit here and talk about black market cosmetology, black market cosmetics, all of that bullshit. Because let's sit here and take it back to the 2000s when people was literally going out to foreign countries, or they were going to the sketchy parts of towns to get boob jobs. So in the 2000s, and I say even the 90s, one of the major things that a lot of femme presenting people and women wanted to get done to their bodies would have to be boob jobs, because the look at the time was just being very thin but also having big googly moogly yeah. But that was like the trend at the time, that was the style at the time, and it left many people feeling very insecure about their bodies. Because I remember that there even was an episode on Dumb Ways to Die about like a woman that ended up dying because she ended up getting a really bad boob job. But mind you, it's like similar to like the BBL epidemic that we ended up having a few years ago. But in the 2000s, because we talk about 2000s bullshit all the time on here on this channel, a lot of people were literally hurting themselves, having life-threatening illnesses and whatnot, because they desperately wanted to have big boobs, and they were looking up these black markets. They were going to these illegal places out of the country to get these procedures done because they wanted to feel less insecure about the size of their breasts. As much as people don't want to admit it, when it comes to cosmetology, like surgeries, a lot of it is done because a lot of people feel insecure about the way they look because of society's pressure and beauty standards. In the 2000s, the big epidemic of people getting really dangerous and terrible boob jobs just had to do with the fact that that was like the style at the time. And to this day, that is still an issue. As much as people don't think it is much of an issue about like people being insecure about having small boobs and all that shit, it is still a very big thing. It may not be as in our face as it was in the 2000s, because I remember in the 2000s there would be always some type of show going on, some show or movie that would have a joke about somebody having a fake boob job or something like that, somebody having fake titties. Like, it would always be some type of joke over there, okay? And there's a lot more running around here than we think. But it's still a thing. There are still people going to these black markets to get these procedures done, and they are still getting hurt in the end. I remember BET had posted a documentary where so many like women were flying out the country to get BBLs, and these BBLs were literally dangerous, literally fucking dangerous. Yep, like people were literally dying over ass shots. Now that y'all have a basic understanding of how this was going on with boobs in the 2000s and even still now, teeth is something that has always been a thing that people have worried about since they were young. I remember when I was literally like 4 years old, I always had people being mean to me about the way my teeth look. I remember I had adults making fun of my teeth. As you guys see, I had the big ass gap in the middle. I'm not ashamed of it. It just makes me who I am. But I've always had this big ass gap in my teeth. Even before my teeth grew in, it was there, and when they grew back, it was even more further apart. This is just a part of myself that I've always liked and I've learned to love. No one will ever make me hate my teeth. But there are numerous other people out here who don't like the gap in their teeth, and they're allowed to feel how they feel. But part of the reason so many people don't like the gap in their teeth is because society tells us that gap teeth are ugly. One thing a lot of people got bullied for growing up was having gap teeth. That's one thing a lot of them got bullied for growing up. So usually when people will go home and tell their parents about, oh, I'm getting picked on because of my teeth, you want to know what these parents do? They take them to the dentist, they take them to the orthodontist so they can get braces. And oftentimes there weren't anything wrong with their teeth, it's just the fact that they were spaced out. And they were like, yeah, I don't want this gap anymore because it's appealing, it's unappealing, I don't like it, and we're gonna go and get it fixed. There have been so many times I have gone to the dentist, like they stopped doing it finally when I became an adult, but there were so many times when I have went to the dentist and they mentioned, are you sure you don't want to close the gap in your teeth? And I tell them, no, I don't want braces, I'm perfectly fine with the way my teeth look. Like literally all the jokes in the world that people make about gap teeth, especially the one about being able to slide a credit card through my mouth and all of that, I've heard them all. I've heard them all, y'all. Like I've done heard them all. But me sitting here and like actually getting a backbone about my teeth and standing 10 toes down for how they look and me not wanting to change them, a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't like gap teeth and they're allowed not to. But also, it's just so weird when there is something about yourself that you're perfectly fine with, and then you have people going off on you telling you, oh, you shouldn't like this because that's not how teeth are supposed to look. How the fuck are teeth supposed to look? And we sit here and we think about the perfect smile, and it's basically what veneers look like. The teeth are all fucking straight. They're white as hell, like bleach white. Like bleach white. Like the color of Elsa's hair white. Like they look super duper white. There are no type of spaces within them. They're all like straight and aligned too. It's so perfect to the point where it looks unnatural. And you want to know why it looks unnatural? Because it is unnatural. I'm sorry, but people's teeth don't look like that. Even people that get braces and people that get teeth whitening. What you say? Okay, I'm just making sure. You sound upset. Okay. Oh, my fan. My sister says something. But I was like, people that get braces and then people that get teeth whitening and all that shit, their teeth still don't look like veneers. Like, I'm sorry. That's just unrealistic. It's just unrealistic. And when it comes to oral care, you really do need to be brushing your teeth every day. You do need to be flossing. You do need to be using mouthwash, mainly because if you don't take care of your teeth, it will lead to actual physical health problems. Like, not a surprise. I hope people know that. That's why you need to be brushing your damn teeth, please. But like all these other procedures that people are doing for them, because I know there are certain things that are wrong with people's teeth and they have to get braces to fix certain issues going on. I know we have things with wisdom teeth, all of that jazz. Veneers are not necessary. I'm sorry, they're just not. And I'm not sitting here and telling people not to get veneers. Absolutely not. You're free to do what you want. But just because you don't like the way somebody else's teeth look does not mean that they need to sit there and go change them, because you don't tell people what to do. This just reminds me of that entire video I made back in 2022 where I was like, it is normalized to be rude to people. It most definitely is. And when I say it's normalized to be rude to people, it is normalized to be rude to strangers. There are so many times where people were talking about how people they don't know have made nasty ass comments about their appearance. There have been so many times where people I did not know said something so nasty about my teeth. I remember when I used to be sitting on the bus, I had somebody over here making fun of my teeth. Like, that was the entire thing about like the credit card, where somebody was like, I can stick a credit card in and out of your mouth. And I I'm just like, I don't know this person. Why are they sitting here bullying me? It's very odd. It's very much questionable. And it's just something that I've noticed when it just comes to like a lot of these small business scams and whatnot. They just kind of prey upon people's insecurities, especially money insecurity, because let's be completely honest, money is something that a lot of us are very insecure about. We live, our economy sucks. I get it. I understand that. But it was something Robert brought up. I'm like, if you are a minority, if you are a person of color, especially a woman of color or a femme presenting person of color, the world is a lot less kind to you. It most definitely is. You're likely not going to make as much money as a white man. Like, it's just the truth, sadly. Because we have this thing called patriarchy. And this is why I always say that film is not an accurate representation of real life. Because I talked about this before where I was like, a lot of people were thinking Anne from Amphibia was black when really she was just a brown-skinned Asian girl. We were like, this is the reason why we say that the mainstream film industry is not a proper representation of the world we live in. Because so many people had no idea that Asian people could be darker skinned. Like, they had no idea that Asian people could be my color. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, it's not an accurate representation of what real life looks like. Even when we watch TV, we see that so many of these actors have air quote perfect teeth. I remember Tiffany Farr had putting this down in her videos talking about like teeth. She mentioned something talking about how Shirley Temple had like fake teeth like edited on her or something like that, or they made her wear fake teeth. And I was like, little Shirley Temple could not even have her fucking baby teeth? That is weird. People are so fucking weird when it comes to teeth. But when we see people in Hollywood, we see them smiling, the teeth are white and straight and yada yada yada. Barely any of them have gaps. This is why I like Ayo so much, because she is so cute and I love how natural her teeth are. She has gotten no work done on her teeth, at least I don't think she has. But her teeth, she's just so cute and it brings out her natural beauty just as well. But can we just normalize not having perfect teeth or just not having perfect anything? Because so much of this shit just comes down to money. People want you to pay X amount of money just to look the Hollywood standard, and I'm just so fucking tired of it. It is just irritating, because I saw something where somebody was like, y'all need to stop picking on people about shit that they can't control. And somebody was like, you actually can't control how your teeth look. And I'm like, we got so far to go. We have so far to go. And then also the thing about these veneers, I'm like, y'all do realize that when y'all get them, your teeth gonna be fucked up forever. Like, it's just something to think about. Like, y'all, let's put our money towards something else, something a little bit more useful. And it's just this veneer tech shit, it really was just wild to me. I'm sorry if I seem all over the place with my thoughts on this, but it just has a lot to do with the fact that we are just mean when it comes to natural teeth. We are just mean when it comes to natural teeth. It also has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of people are just worried about constantly making money and whatnot. Hustle culture fucking sucks and it's ruining so much of everything. I'm just tired of it. This video ended up just being a rant because what the fuck is going on? What is in the air right now? And I just felt so strongly about this because I'm just like, huh? I'm just like, huh? What? Like, I couldn't believe it when I found out people were doing, like, it wasn't even just veneers. I found out people were doing braces for other people too. And I'm like, y'all, we cannot girl bossify every single profession out here. I'm sorry, we can't. Like, we can do it when it comes to stationary things. We can do it then for making people's business cards. There are people that run successful businesses where they make business cards for people. We can do it for graphic design. We can do it for culinary and restaurants and shit like that. Can we just leave dentistry to the people that go to school for it, please? There's just certain things that we just don't need to, because y'all are very much giving that fake doctor dude. I don't know if y'all remember, like, it was in the late 2010s. There was this dude that was running around being like a fake doctor. This is what y'all are giving. This is literally what y'all are giving now. Okay, it is monthly Q&A time. Once a month I get on my Instagram story, ask y'all to send me questions to do a monthly Q&A, because I want to, like, you know, it's just like engaging with the community that I've built here and just showing like my appreciation for y'all and all that. So if you guys want to be involved with the monthly Q&A, put the link down below. My Instagram is there, all that shit. Let's go ahead and get started. I need to speed through these as fast as I can, so I may not give very in-depth answers, and I'm probably not going to answer all of them, but I'm going to try my best, mainly because we only have 19 minutes left of film time on here, so I can't spend yapping my mouth. I can't run my mouth, okay, because I have other things on this card that I need to edit, and I can't delete them because I haven't edited them yet. It's a lot, y'all. I'm stressed. But someone asked, have you played That's Not My Neighbor? Asking because of your Milkman cosplay. No, I have not played Not My Neighbor, but I watched a playthrough of it. Like, I watched like a playthrough of it, and I watched somebody like explain the game though. Cause usually when I cosplay shit, I just want to be familiar with it. Other times when y'all see me do video game cosplays, I didn't play the game, but I watched a whole bunch of like theory videos and and people do playthroughs of what like Bayonetta and my friend text me, let me mute my phone. Like Bayonetta and like I haven't cosplayed Bayonetta yet, but I need to. I watched the Bayonetta movie actually, but Amanda the Avenger. I didn't play the game, but I watched so many analysis videos and shit like that of it. So yeah. What's your opinion on Moon Girl season 2? I don't have an opinion on Moon Girl season 2 because I haven't watched it yet. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so bad. There's a lot of things that I have not been watching. I'm so behind when it comes to a lot of new stuff because I've just been low-key losing my mind. But I am not running around and watching Moon Girl season 2. I've seen a lot of pictures and whatnot because I know she got a new super suit and I know she got a new hairstyle, but I have not been able to get around to it. Do you feel like the fandoms you've been a part of changed the way you view the shows? Yeah, for sure. Especially like when I was in high school and Star Wars the Forces of Evil, because of how that fandom was, it high-key turned me off from the show in general. And honestly, I just stopped being the biggest fan of the show midway through season 2 when I noticed the direction they were going in. And the fandom's behaviors at that time just kind of like threw me away from it too. Miraculous Ladybug, I've always been iffy on that damn show, but it's just kind of funny with that because a lot of the fandom has racist behaviors and the people who make the show have racist behaviors too. So like, reflection right there. I always try to tell people not to let fandoms ruin things for them, but like it happens sometimes and it kind of ruins stuff overall for it. It just happens sometimes. I try to tell people not to let fandoms ruin things for them, but also at the same time it's just like bad memories. Next one is, are you into any Adult Swim shows? The only Adult Swim show I can say that I was like really into, and mind you, this had a lot to do with me watching it far too young, was that like the Boondocks. I was like deep within the Boondocks fandom growing up, like fan art, all that shit, okay? Like I was deep within the trenches, but that kind of is really like the only one. There are shows that air on Adult Swim that I'd say that I am really into, but like that's like I think like the only like Adult Swim original. There's like a new show that's coming out that has to do with like black women, and I am gonna give that a chance. But yeah, any cosplay advice for beginners? Yes. Okay. Thrifting is a big one. Before you go out and spend a whole bunch of damn money over here buying new like clothing pieces and all that, thrifting, please go and thrift. Know that you don't have to make shit exact. Everything doesn't have to be super duper perfect, okay? That is one thing that I always have to tell people. The costume does not have to be 100% accurate. Don't be afraid to put your own spin on it too, just as well. But yeah, just like start with cosplay. I'd say that start with cosplay. Usually I always tell people to like do it like, I don't want to say cheaply done at first, but I always tell people to go like the most affordable routes with it. I always say when it comes to like beginner cosplay, starts off with like easy costumes. Like the one I'm wearing right here is Dorothy. This is just her regular look, but I like her witch outfit is like a much more advanced look, but like casual looks like this, I even say like the Kids Next Door characters are very like simple basic like cosplay looks and whatnot. Like start off with doing like easy things with things that you could put together in your closet. Favorite manga of all time? Gangsta. I remember I was talking about how much I love Warwick Archangelo one time. I went in my and got like my manga to show y'all how much I love that man. But yeah, Gangsta is my favorite manga of all time. I love it so much. I think I need to give it another reread. I keep telling myself to go and look at new stuff, and I keep just rereading things that I've just already seen and read. Do you like cozy games? Does Sarah's cooking class count? Oh, girls games. Does Sarah's cooking class count? I don't know. I think I like cozy games. I think I do. I'm not that big of a gamer. I love me a good Sarah's cooking class game. Favorite editing trick? I don't even know if I can answer that. I don't even know if I can answer that. When did you start cosplaying? I started cosplaying in high school. And it was like, I'd say, was it my sophomore year? No, it was actually my freshman year. I started cosplaying in high school, and I did a Jinx cosplay, and it was so bad. As in Jinx from like Teen Titans. That was like, ooh, it was so terrible. Because I used to always do the days where we can dress up for school and whatnot, and I took that like as an opportunity to like start cosplaying. But my Jinx cosplay, I did it when I was 14. It was so bad, but yeah, we all gotta start somewhere. So have you or will you keep up with Miraculous Ladybug? Miraculous Ladybug is so ghetto. I see it when I see it. Miraculous Ladybug is literally an experience. It's annoying as hell. I don't recommend anybody. No, it's terrible. This is one of the things that I cannot ethically recommend. I don't know how I feel about Miraculous right now. You know when something lets you down over and over again to the point where you just start to not care? That's how it's gotten. Like, mainly my frustration with Miraculous really had a lot to do with what they did with Penny's character, because I was already really not happy with what they did with Natalie, but what they did with Penny was just like bottom of the barrel, like pathetic. So thoughts on a new Descendants movie coming out? I'm not interested, y'all. I hate this shit. Like, all the characters that like I really like fucked hard with, like the ones that like I was 10 toes down for, who are our favorites, all of that, Ben, Evie, Harry, a lot of my favorites are just not coming back. We not gonna see Dr. Facilier again either. Like, I don't know. Mind you, I'm somebody that wasn't even a fan of the last Descendants movie, like of the original part of the story. I can't stand D3. Everybody know me know that I can't fucking stand D3. There's no CJ. There's no Freddy. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not really excited for this new Descendants film. I don't know. I have the Descendants that I had like in high school that I grew up with and everything like that. But like now, I'm just like y'all, I'm getting older, things change. I am excited to listen to the soundtrack though. Like, that's probably the only thing I'm looking forward to with this movie. Okay, I'm looking forward to listening to the soundtrack, and I'm also really looking forward to Brandy and Pablo scenes too. So yeah, that's just how I'm feeling about it. I am trying to look for like the looks. I'm really interested to see what Captain Hook's look is gonna be, because I haven't really seen much from his character like in the promos, mainly because it's just time for me to do a new pirate cosplay. But what's your craziest? Hear me out. Oh, okay. I was talking about this on Instagram. Now, what is it? That's my craziest. Hear me out. Like, he's cute. Like, no, he's cute, but he's hella misogynistic. Like, I can't do that shit. Like, I can literally put him in his place. It's kind of like I can put you in your place and give you a lesson on feminism and low-key bully him to a certain extent. But the way it's in it has to be like my craziest hear me out. Like, it has to be my craziest hear me out. And it's also a contribution to why my friend says that I have really terrible taste in men. But my noise in it, okay, y'all, I'm debating on whether or not making a shirt for my shop that says I can fix him. You know, Oya? Like, I'm not even joking. Like, it's bad. And mind you, I was joking. At first, I was like, you know what I mean? It's like, at first, I was like, feet is a joke. But, bro, it's not a joke anymore. That's me with no Oyas in it. I joked about it at first, having a crush on him, and now I actually do. So, yeah. Next one. What's it like revisiting old media that you used to enjoy? Nostalgic. My favorite sapphic ships. Ooh, okay. Maki and Mulan. That's my favorite one currently. Maki and Mulan. These are like the Disney JJK ships. And then recently, me and my friend Rob, we put one together. We put Aurora and Nobara together. Those are like my two favorite sapphic ships at the moment. Top 5 movies. I have top 4 on my letterbox, so I'm gonna name those: Beauty Shop, Scream, Sleeping Beauty, and Pretty in Pink. Do you like birds? I actually cannot stand birds. If you had to get rid of one character, Warwick or Uramichi, who you choosing? Why you do this to me? Why you do this to me? Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know, Warwick is the main character of my favorite manga series, Gangsta. Favorite anime too, oh, by the way. He's the main character there, and Uramichi is the main character of Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisang, which is also another manga series and anime. Both animes only have like 12 episodes. I'll go ahead and tell you that. They're both very short-lived. Uramichi's manga is still going, while Warwick's manga is currently on hiatus. I love both. They're both my husbandos, I'm gonna be honest. But like, Warwick is like super duper special to me. Like, I love that man. Like, I love that man so much. One time I got on here and I said, if you look, talk, and act like Warwick Archangelo, hit me up. Like, I adore him. When I say that he comes before all my fictional crushes, he sure do. Like, me and that man married 10 toes down. He put the ring on my finger. I love Warwick Archangelo. He always comes before everyone. He comes before Choso. He comes before Nanami. He comes before Uramichi. He comes before Spike Spiegel. He comes before Naoya Zenit. A lot of people come before Naoya Zenit. He comes before Nanami. Toji for sure. But like, Warwick Archangelo, that is my man. That's my boo right there. I love Warwick. I do. I do. I be sitting here talking about how much I love that man. Okay, some songs that you've had on repeat lately. Listen, okay, it's Glory Road, not Glory Road. It's called Glory something. It's called Glory Box. It's called Glory Box. Recently started listening to that. I've always really liked psychedelic rock, but I recently gotten into that. Also, today I played. Mind you, I've been playing Lady Gaga's The Fame Monster a lot more lately, but I played Bad Romance like 10 times in a row today. Bad Romance eats. Like, I said that song is white excellence. It sure is, but I played Bad Romance so many times today. Neo, he's problematic as hell, but Say It stays on repeat just as well. I'm sorry. He problematic as hell. He one of them things where you just need to tell him to shut up. Like, Neo, just don't talk. Just don't talk, please. But Say It is another one. Kill Shot by Magadelia Bay. I always mispronounce their name. I'm looking at like my like songs, my like most recent and shit like that. I've been listening a lot to Georgia Smith again lately. I used to listen to her a lot like when I was like 19, but I've been listening to her music a lot more now. Yeah, those are like some of the songs that I've been listening to. We gotta hurry up and speed through these. There's only a few more left. What are your thoughts on Magical Girls? It's a cute genre, but sometimes the genre can be repetitive. I'm literally cosplaying Doremi right now, so yeah. Just For You, what is the numbers? Okay, is it the numbers or just the music when it comes to albums? The music, I honestly don't give a flying fuck about how album performed on the charts. If it's good and I like it, so be it. And then it says, what immediately pulls you into a series? If I like the characters. If I don't give a fuck about the characters, I'm not going to be interested. Okay, and I think this is the... Oh, shit, I have two more. And after this, we're going to be done. How would you bring Tiana to JJK if you would? Okay, oh, do I really want her in that universe? This is why I made my own AU. Like, do I really want homegirl Tiana in that damn universe? Do I? Honestly, oh god, I don't know how that would work. Like, Nanami being like a fucking sorcerer, I don't know how she would respond to that. I don't know, when me and my friend cosplay Tiana and Nanami together, we actually filmed a little bit where it's just like he wouldn't tell Tiana where he was working at. I feel like that's how it will go. Nanami would not be honest with Tiana about his job. And like, I'm sorry, she would be devastated. I'm sorry, the JJ, he never went back there. I want Tiana Nanami to be happy. He never went back. He never went back. Also, I really love the thing that people do where they say like Gojo and like Gojo and Nanami are like Yuji's dads. I really like that. I really like that where they like co-parent him. But somebody had said something. They were like, I think Tiana could be like Yuji's stepmother, and I was like, that is actually adorable. Like, Yeah. Let me no, Tiana in this tragedy. Next one is that you had to restart your YouTube journey, would you do it? Or if it had a second page? Honestly, no. Like, the videos I made back then were just me trying to figure out what the fuck to do. But the 10-year anniversary is coming up soon. I have something very special for y'all coming. So yeah, I would not restart it though. And the last one is, hi Harry, what is one universe or any franchise you would like to be a part of? Shit. No, I ain't gotta know. Okay. No, y'all gonna get me. I was gonna say the gangster universe, so I could be with Warwick Arcangelo. No, that is so like down bad for that man. Oh, the gangster universe, so I could be with Warwick Arcangelo. I'm not even fucking joking. I love that man. All of these fictional universes are like ghetto as hell. I'm trying to think. I can't even think of one. I do not want to live in fucking Townsville at all. No. Like, if I get to be with Warwick, we can go to gangster. We can go to the gangster universe. I won't go say, everybody be saying JJK because they just want to smash one of the dudes. But I'm like, Warwick, I'll put me in the gangster universe. And me and him will run off together. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed filming this Q&A, especially with the subject matter for what we talked about in this video, because I was so pissed off, y'all. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I didn't want to self-promote today because of the subject matter, and it just didn't really feel appropriate to do so because we were talking about small businesses, and I just don't think it's right to promote my own small business like on camera. But I will have the links to all that good stuff down below if you're interested. Yeah, I had a good time cosplaying Doremi today. I got a lot of like cute pictures and shit like that. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, night, whatever time of the day you chose to watch the video. I'm just thankful that you watched it with the ads on. Alright, thank you. Goodbye.
Now that you see, you should beware of the power of three. They come to fight as fast as they can. They're dangerous, yet fabulous. Because the Utonium made them eschew. They are the colors of pink, green, and blue. They'll catch you in the blink of an eye and do it all before bedtime. They coming through and fighting, and everyone they're shocking. You know no one can stop them all because of the chemical X. They coming through and fighting, and everyone they're shocking. You know no one can stop them all because of the chemical X. The Powerpuff Girls will just blow your mind. Buttercup fight villains 3 at a time. Bubbles will smile while kicking your butt, and Blossom will lead them out of their rut. Cherish and Powerpuff, 2 of a kind. Both wanna save the world before bedtime. From Townsville, Memphis, New York to LA, the Powerpuff Girls are just here to stay.